Welcome to Behind the Upload, a video interview content creator to content creator that I do once a month. In this month, we have Blitzball Mania as our guest. Blitz, welcome.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for asking me to do this. I checked out RPG's interview. It seemed fun. I think we talked about this a little before, but yeah, I learned a lot about RPG like watching that. And I was like, I talked to RPG, but like I had no idea that they play Lord of the Rings and all the playlists they have completed on their channel. I after the interview, I actually went through and like reviewed. I was like, oh, they do like they have played a lot of Kingdom Hearts.
I'm pretty sure he 100%ed all the Kingdom Hearts.
I think so. There was like a list.
It,
There's a list.
it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. But yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
why I did this series, is because I want people to learn from other people to kind of get the human side of them, not instead of making them feel like they're robots.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I definitely once I'm not recording, I always plug myself into the wall and just wait to the next video. So that's my no, just
uh, some
yeah.
some fans might not know this about you, but Blitzball Mania is actually your second channel. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. So I have I think 5 channels. I think 5. I told you 5 and I hope that's right. Yeah, my first one was so I did a lot of let's plays on just games from my childhood. So a lot of it was like I don't know, like Spyro the Dragon, Medieval, Crash Bandicoot, Army Men. And I just played games where I was like, I like this as a kid and I hope other people like this. And um yeah, I mean it actually led to like some of my first comments were like I showed like this secret in Army Men, and people were like, "Oh, but did you know about this secret?" And I was like, "I did not know about that." And like had this cool like back and forth with someone where I uploaded a video and then they uploaded a video and then I was like, "Oh, I had no idea." And it was just kind of cool to like have that interaction um in that early channel and you know, it's a very connecting experience. Yeah.
Yeah, you. I do like that aspect where you can connect with people and get their
Yeah.
take on certain things.
Yeah. This yeah. Not to that guy. I think this was back in the time of like video responses on YouTube. Not to show my age, but it's like where you could post a video as like a video response to another video. That is not a thing anymore, but it was.
That was a
Yeah.
thing? Wait a minute.
Y-
I'm
Yeah, you could
old,
like post
but
Yeah, you could like post a video response to another video. Um that was like back in that day.
hmm.
Back in the ancient times. Back when, it was we used to write on stone tablets. Uh,
I actually did not
yeah,
know that about YouTube.
yeah. It's so funny. I actually completely forgot about it until this very moment, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing."
Huh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Guess you learn something new every day.
Yeah, cool stuff. Yeah,
What made you switch up your style and start the new channel that is now Blitzball?
yeah. So, like I talk about my first channel. A lot of it was like let's plays of the games I played as a kid. One of the things I did a lot as a kid was I would listen to the radio, which is like a podcast but through the air. Uh, that's a dumb joke, I know. Uh, or and then I'd like grind blitzball, right? So I was like, oh, as a kid, I played all this blitzball, and like I really enjoyed it, and it was like my pastime. I'd listen to the radio show, play blitzball. So then I was looking up on YouTube. I was like, oh, like well, let me watch like what other people's like blitzball teams were, and every single video on YouTube was just like I played the Luca tournament, which is great. I mean, I don't mean to disparage the fans of the Luca tournament, but it's just one match against one team. So I was kind of like, well, if no one else has uploaded Blitzball, I'm gonna upload Blitzball, and that's kind of the origin of the name, right? Like I was, it's kind of a simple thought process. I was like, I'm gonna upload Blitzball, so my name's Blitzball, and I'm gonna record a lot of videos. So that's kind of crazy, Blitzball Mania. And that's it.
No, and it works. I mean, if someone goes on YouTube and searches up Blitzball, you're gonna pop up, and they're gonna be
I'm
like, "Oh,
Yeah, I'm
what
definitely
is
one of the
this?"
results.
Probably the
Yeah.
only result.
Well, there's a Blitzball like sports game now that came
Oh,
out
is it
that might
really?
usurp it might usurp me. Yeah, I
Hmm.
it's a fierce war that we're in, surely.
Highlander, there can only be one.
Exactly. I'm in a fierce war with them. They don't know I exist. It's going well.
Um, so what got you into content creation?
Um, yeah, getting into content creation. I started YouTube, gosh, 17 years ago, 16 or 17 years ago, I think, at this point, which makes me like 400 years old. But like, no, I saw all these people like uploading things that they really enjoyed and skits and stuff like that, and skits and stuff aren't really like my thing. But I was like, well, they're uploading all these things that they enjoy and they like, and YouTube is really like, I feel like, a form of self expression. Like growing up, I'd watch a lot of like people might recognize these names, like Kev Jumba, Happy Slip, YouTubers like that, where I was like, well, they're making all these cool videos, and even though they're doing skits and that's not my thing, I could kind of do my own thing, and that was video games for a large part of that. Watched a lot of White Mage Serenia. Um, they had like a Final Fantasy X playthrough, right? Like a Let's Play where they were just kind of talking about like a lot of it. I feel like was like their childhood. They're talking about like their dad and stuff like that, and it felt like a really cool way to like kind of share your experiences with the game. I think growing up, one of the things like we do as kids is like we'd hang out at a friend's house, we'd watch them play a game, and be like, oh, that's so cool that you did that, and kind of sharing that experience, and YouTube is a way to share that experience with a lot of people. Um, and that's what got me into this, me trying to share like my love for Final Fantasy, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, so I don't think. Sorry, I'm rattled. This is the second time we've done this, guys. I'm gonna say it. I
You're
screwed
gonna
up.
he's broke the fourth wall,
I
everyone. This
broke the
is
fourth wall. I screwed up. There was an echo on my end. Anyways, I don't think I asked you this when we did this the first time.
it's all good.
The rough draft time.
At least you didn't ask my social security number in the last interview either. So I pray that's not the next question. It's
What
if I'm sworn to secrecy, is this like Congress? I gotta answer truthfully.
uh what got you into gaming?
Got me into gaming. Well, I was like a PlayStation 1 kid. So like a lot of Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, um, stuff like that. Yeah. Like Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, Army Men, and gosh, I just said it and now I'm like now I'm spacing. Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, Army Men, and Medieval. Yes. Those are like the ones that I played the most as a kid. But yeah, it got me into it. Yeah. I did want to ask, like, what was your like? I don't think I asked you this. You said now I'm interviewing you, or the tables have turned. Uh, so like, what was your first games? Like, what do you played first? Like, what did you enjoy the most? Like, what's your gaming history? Yeah.
I grew up with a Sega, dating
Okay.
myself for sure.
Okay.
Then we went 64 after that,
Nice.
PlayStation after that one. Actually, no, I had a Dreamcast, but it didn't work.
Okay.
and my dad traded it with a coworker for his PlayStation 1. So I got a PlayStation out of the deal. It was a fair trade.
Yeah, the broken Dreamcast for a working PlayStation 1. That is yeah, that's a
Well, I don't know
yeah,
if
that's
anyone had this issue, at least with the very first Dreamcasts,
okay.
where it didn't want to load certain games.
Oh, interesting.
So, like, I think on my Dreamcast, I could only do Crazy Taxi
Oh, Crazy Taxi.
and, um, oh my God, what was the name of it? It was like okay, if I can remember correctly, it was like a brother and sister, but they went into like a dream, and then
Brother and
they,
sister went to a dream?
and then they, was it a dream? And they like changed into something that could, a person that could fly. Oh, fuck. I want to know the name of it so bad,
This
and I
sounds great. This sounds like a fantastic game. Like
it's,
this is
sounds like
amazing.
a fever dream.
Yeah, it's like, did you just develop a game on this call?
uh,
we gotta open Unreal Engine right now and get to work. I mean, we can do this interview later. We gotta
oh,
brother and sister that can fly. We gotta.
I don't remember what it was.
Oh
Um,
my gosh! No, I'm
and
curious.
oh, and Jet Set Radio. I could play Jet Set Radio on it, but I couldn't play Sonic. Sonic would not load.
Oh, that's a bummer. That's a good game.
Yeah, so he ended up getting a PlayStation from a coworker, and then
Okay,
that was history after that.
that's fair. Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Nice.
but yeah, what was the first ever game you ever played? Like you picked up and you're like, "Yep, I'm playing this."
It was probably Spyro or Medieval. One of those two. It was Army Men 3D, Spyro, or Medieval for sure. Um, which is such a solid first game. I feel like Spyro now, like it still holds up. The
Mm-hmm.
first one, it's fantastic.
Especially with the remaster that they came out with.
Oh yeah, I don't know what it's called on Steam when you complete it. It's platinumed on PlayStation, but it's ribboned on Steam. I don't know. But yeah, I got all the achievements in all the games. I played the heck out of that game, the remaster. Yeah,
I don't see the game. I was looking on the side at the Dreamcast games, trying to remember what it was. Maybe it wasn't on Dreamcast. Maybe it was on.
I'm still convinced you have a game. This is a dream that you in this game you can develop. I'm taking that route now. I think
No,
you've
I'm gonna
developed the game.
remember. I'm gonna find it and then I'll send it to you. But I'm pretty sure maybe it was on Sega CD because I had a Sega CD too.
It's gonna come to you right as after you hit like end recording. That's how that works every time.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be like, oh yeah, it was that game. Yeah.
Um. Okay. Let's see. Is there any inspirations you have for content creating and
Any inspirations? Um, I feel like for inspirations, like there's people I watch that are kind of in the same realm as me, I would say. Like with Final Fantasy, like same community, right? Kind of that idea. I watch a lot of like Adamants. Um, so anytime like I'm like on my phone and it's like Adamants has gone live with Dark Anima, no sphere grid, Pain Train is live. I'm like, all right, let's click yes on this. Let's watch this stream. I always try to catch this when I can. Um, I definitely I would say what inspires me about that is I mean, going back to like my stuff, right? Not to make it all about me, be that guy. But like I do a lot of blitzball and it's kind of Iron Man-esque where like I'm doing a lot of blitzball, right? And Adamance I feel like is right up that up that alley with a much more impressive thing, like grinding dark anima attempts, getting that like the attempts under and figuring out like well what's the most optimal play like here and stuff like that. And I think that's really something I that it's something that impresses me a lot. So I would say they inspire me for sure. I try to catch Blitz Ace when they're live. I feel like Blitz Ace is like incredible at challenge runs. Like I it does I feel like when I watch Blitz Ace, it's like an episode of like how will the heroes get out of this conundrum? And then Blitz Ace beats the challenge and I'm like the heroes have gotten out of this conundrum. I feel like that's how that goes. So those are probably the two people that I look up to and like I really like their content. Hopefully that answers the question. Oh.
Yes, it did. Sorry, I've been muting myself for when you're answering the question so people don't hear my background, and I forgot where I muted myself.
No, you're good. I thought you were thinking of that game still. You're like, oh, what
I
was that game called?
I actually found it.
Oh, you did? Oh man, what
It
what what was
it
it?
wasn't Sega CD. It was Sega Saturn, which I also had, but it was called
Okay.
Nights into Dreams.
Nights into Dreams. That sounds like an album. That sounds like that sounds like I'm about to listen to Evanescence.
So it is it's a story that follows teenagers Elliot and Clarice who
Okay.
enter Nightopia, a dream world where dreams take place, where all dreams take place.
Okay.
So I remember playing that.
Well, I got a new game to play now. It's on the it's on the list, right?
I don't know how it's going to be dated. It's a 1996.
I mean, yeah. I mean, at this point, people watch me play games and they're like, what do you mean? Like, oh, no, I actually have a story about this. I was playing like, so we had some like guests over to the house, right? Um, and like they were watching me play games, and sometimes when you play a game, like the licensing comes up, and it's like copyright 2001 for Final Fantasy, right? And then like the guest kids were watching me play games and they were like, I wasn't even born when this came out, and I just felt like the oldest person alive. Like I was they were talking about how they weren't even born when these games came out, and I'm just like, I time comes for us all. Like
Yeah, no, my I had a nephew hit me with that one time.
yeah,
It
rough.
was well, what was it? He got into One Piece
Okay.
real hard, and he was like, "The show." He's all, "Do you watch it?" I'm like, "No, I'm not watching like 1,500 episodes of an anime." And he's like,
Yeah.
"How have you never watched it? It premiered when you were still a kid." And I'm like, "All right, little man, like, it, you
it's
don't
been
need to
it's been
bring
going.
that up."
Oh man, that's funny.
Okay, what's your most underrated skill as a creator?
Underrated skill. Yeah. Now that we broke the fourth wall, I feel like I had trouble answering this last time too. I oh man. Be crazy if I said juggling and then I started juggling. It'd be That's a stupid answer. That's dumb.
I said
Oh
as a
man.
creator, not what you can do in real life.
I'm creating these mad juggling skills. No, I think like what I value most, like when I'm making stuff, and I kind of brought up the community before, right? I talk about Adamants, I talk about Blitz Ace. I feel like there's a lot of people that are making like content for Final Fantasy in general. And 10 is the one that I kind of subscribe to, if you will. It's the one I play the most. And with people making content, people interested in the game. Like there's a big community around it. The thing that I try to like value the most is kind of like communication. I think that's like a skill that I focus on. So I have like a Discord, I have YouTube, I live stream. The thing that I think is really important is kind of connecting with people. It's why I got into YouTube, right? I mean, I wanted to just share games that I enjoyed and like get people's thoughts and all that stuff and um having that communication with people. I think it's really important to just like connect on things that you are passionate about, you know? It's I feel like for me and I think for a lot of people like YouTube is just a fan club for something you enjoy. Like for me, YouTube is a fan club for Final Fantasy is cool and that's all it is. So like
Oh
I'm
my god, I never thought of it that way. It really
that's
is.
it's yeah, it's just we're the Final Fantasy is cool club. It's at least in my
No,
channel.
because if you think about it, you're following channels, and there's other people that subscribe to those channels that are fans of that thing.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's what it's all about. I mean, YouTube has become more like gosh, I feel like I'm gonna like sound like grandpa here. But like YouTube has obviously become a bit more commercial over the years.
Yes.
But like I think the best value you can get out of the platform is jumping into these communities and being
Mm-hmm.
like, I love speedrunning Spyro, and I'm gonna interact with the speedrun community there, and that's all I like.
Mm-hmm.
I like, making like mods for Animal Crossing. I like Final Fantasy X. Like there's all these like communities that are dedicated to this thing um and I feel like I brought it up. I forgive me if I didn't, but I brought up starting out and being like, well, no one's making blitzball videos, so like I want to
Mm-hmm.
make them, and you could do that as well. I feel like if you find that you're not seeing something on YouTube that you like, you can just make a video on it, and other people that enjoy it will come watch that video, and it's a really connecting experience. I feel so.
Mm-hmm.
um, Communication with people in the community is important, and like streaming and having just a fun time and yeah. I hope that answers it. I feel like
No,
communication is a weird answer,
no,
but
it's actually not because
yeah.
some people don't have the communication skills. Oddly, some people see a comment come across their video and they just blow it off, and it's like I try to almost every comment I see come across, I'm like, all right, let me try to respond to this somehow. Like, I want them to know I'm
Yeah.
here and I'm engaging. And I know there's a couple I don't get to, but it is what it is. You can't get to them
It's
all.
it's tough, yeah. I mean you responded to me today, so I
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was reading your replies before we called. Um No, it's yeah. I think that's what I've wanted out of YouTube, so that's why I focus on, and that's like what I focus on as a skill. Yeah, I think that's yeah.
What is something that you're experimenting with right now on your channel, or just in general with the YouTube?
So in terms of like experimenting, I mean, I mentioned that I have 5 channels. A few of them are kind of done, where I was like, I wanted to do something and then I did it, and I'm like, cool, like we're done. Like, sometimes projects do end, and you're like, I completed the project. Even if it's 4,000 blitzball videos. Uh, but no, I think for me, like I have this channel called Final Fantasy Scenes and Dialogue, and the thing that I was focusing on with that was like, well, there's all these scenes that people upload like the obvious stuff, right? It's like, oh, this is the beginning of the game. This is the end scene of the game, right? And I was trying to upload like stuff that wasn't necessarily represented. So I guess I'm terrible. I didn't explain this. I so I play primarily a game called Final Fantasy X, and in that game there's another language called Albed. So the way it works is it's like a cipher language. I think that's right. Don't don't quote me on that, but it's basically every letter is replaced with another letter. Um, so one of the videos I did was I did like a video of all the scenes where that language is spoken, translated, um, and uploaded that. And I feel like scenes like that aren't always uploaded to YouTube. So that's a channel where I'm kind of playing around with it. I'm still kind of playing around with it, but it's not my focus. I upload a video like once a year, so I'll see you in 2027. Uh, and then apart from that, like streaming stuff in terms of experimenting with that, I've been kind of messing around with like the webcam, where I've been like, all right, webcam on, webcam off. I always feel like whenever I stream with a webcam, like my face is always obscuring important information. I'm just like
Yes.
obscuring like all the characters' HP.
Yes, I've actually found it a lot easier with recording to
Yeah,
not have a webcam because it was it was my Final Fantasy X where that whole playthrough has my face, but I felt like when
yeah,
I went to edit, it was in the way, man. I'm like, this
yeah.
guy needs to move.
this this guy needs to get out of here, and it's just
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm. I was always like, man, screw this guy.
Oh man, that's funny. No, I feel the same way. It's so hard to like position. Whenever I do like an emulator, right? It's kind of whatever because it's the 4x3. So I just put my face in the corner and then the chat on top of it, and then I'm like, cool. Like the layout's perfect. But then when I
Mm-hmm.
do like Final Fantasy X, I'm like messing with like the resolution of the game, where I'm like, what if the game was 2078 by 1550? And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
this doesn't make sense.
You're trying to get the right resolution, and it
Yeah,
doesn't work.
yeah, it's hard sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, what would make all this worth it? Like all of the YouTube, everything. What would make it all worth it to you?
Yeah, I think I touched on it already with like the community aspect, but I kind of feel like I've done it. Like I've everything I wanted out of YouTube is like there. I I really wanted to connect on games that I really enjoyed. Um YouTube for me is very much like a hobby where I was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm not trying to, like I'm I'm not really trying to focus on any trend per se. I'm kind of like I'm just a Final Fantasy channel, and if I think something's cool, then I'll play it. But like the community around Final Fantasy is what matters to me, and I feel like the community around Final Fantasy is super strong. And I've talked to a lot of people in the community, and it's I just really enjoy it. I guess like that's what it's all about. Like making it to me is sharing a game you care about with others who also care about the game.
Yeah, no.
Like it's everything. Yeah.
Final Fantasy has probably one of the biggest diehard fan bases that I can
Yeah,
think of.
absolutely. Absolutely. There's so many like and a lot of games have that too. We kind of talk about like the fan clubs of YouTube where but there's so many like that. I think in many games. And if there isn't, then that's your opportunity to make a video and be like, I love Neopets the Darkest Fairy, and we're gonna start a club about it. Whatever you wanna, whatever game you wanna adore.
Well, I
That's
think
the most random game I think of.
I think the Final Fantasy fan base is they're loyal until you ask them which is the best one.
Yeah,
That's
there's
that's the heated discussion.
yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. I think see I'm already getting into it, obviously. Now I'm yeah, I'm like, well, obviously 10 is the best one. And no, they're definitely it's so funny like how passionate people are and like it's I will say this. I feel like Final Fantasy is a great series to be into because there's like 50 games or something crazy like that, with all the side games and everything. So odds are if you like RPGs or especially JRPGs, like you will find a Final Fantasy game that you enjoy. Like I'm sure you'll
Mm-hmm.
find something that you're like, this is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something for everyone, and and even if it's one that everyone like says is terrible, like you enjoy it, and that's great. Like I'm gonna do some affirmation here. I think for people who like some obscure Final Fantasy that everyone says, everyone who's watching this says two is good.
Two.
It's a good game. It's a good game. I actually like it. I have to defend that opinion so much. It's crazy.
Which one? Which one was that? Two.
Final Fantasy 2.
Yeah.
It's the one. Yeah, it's the one where you like it's like a weird leveling where like if you attack then you get like more attack, and then if you shield you get more shield. It's like a weird it's like it's basically Skyrim, which is a weird comparison.
That's
But
weird.
it's odd. It's odd.
That's
It's
weird.
yeah.
I mean, they experimented a lot though with Final Fantasy because
Yeah.
look at look at 15. 15 is a good example of them
Yeah.
experimenting because they experimented with the open world, which I think it worked.
Yeah. Yeah,
And they just
I
didn't
think it's
go
good.
with it. They didn't stick with
Yeah.
it, which was weird, but I thought it worked.
Yeah, I think so. I think 15 was good. I think I was on stream the other night. I think I brought this up actually, where it was like I love that I love that Square is so open to like experimenting and like changing things up. I'm not gonna lie, there is a part of me that's like, hey guys, like you could just make a copy of Final Fantasy X's level system and I'll buy it. But they do change it every time. They
They do
never the
change
same, it
that.
seems. Yeah.
I mean, no, because 10 had the everyone could like mesh in with each other
Yeah,
with the
yeah, it's
leveling.
all the same, yeah. And I don't think they've done, oh gosh, I might lose some cred here. I don't think they've done any sphere grid in any Final Fantasy outside of 10. You could argue 13, I suppose, Crystarium.
Yeah, but
But it's like it's sort of this. It's like
13
it's
has
debatable.
I guess 13, yes, it's kind of sphere gridded and everyone kind of does mesh in with each other because they can be a medic, they can be a medic, they can be a
Yeah,
commander, this is a commander, but
yeah,
it makes you change it on the fly during battles, while
yeah,
10 it's kind of like no, this is the path that character's going.
yeah. It is. Yeah, no, absolutely. It is what makes tens like endgame kind of for me a little bit stale. Where like because the only unique thing with characters is overdrives, you're kind of at
Yeah.
this weird point where like you just have the objectively like best characters
Mm-hmm.
because they have the best overdrives.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
you're pretty much breaking your hand to try to even do Lulu's overdrive.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Yeah, that one's good. Easier when you have a higher magic stat, but it's crazy. So, yeah. Yeah.
um
But
I guess speaking of RPGs and fan bases, have you ever played Legends of Dragoon?
no, it's on the list. It's on the list that seems to always grow.
Mm,
Uh
put it at the top, sir.
put it
Put
at the
it at the
top. Yeah. That's the next run. Everyone who's asking for Kingdom Hearts, I'm like, I'm sorry. Legend of Dragoon is next. It
I
has been declared.
that is
Yeah.
I think that's the one game that has the fan base, and I'm part of it, that
Yeah.
is clamoring for a remake or a remaster, and there has been rumors and rumors and rumors, and we got nothing.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good candidate because they did like Chrono Trigger and stuff like that. So like surely like they're not opposed to it, right?
It's something with the studio. I think the studio's gone, so they would have to rebuild it from the ground up.
Oh, that might be like that feels like a boardroom decision, right? Where they're like, "Ah, it's a pain. Let's just move on."
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
and that one ended up being um on the PlayStation 1. It's
Yeah.
4 discs.
Oh yeah. Probably because all the movies and stuff. Yeah.
It's a long game too, I believe, but it was 4 discs.
Yeah.
Um yeah, it came out Japan Studio.
Hands. That sounds like a very generic studio name.
Hmm.
Japan Studio. Like okay.
So I think from what I can remember, but don't quote me on it without actually Googling it right now. I think that was a
That's fair.
studio that got shut down by Sony, and then of course throughout the years, because that game came out in '99,
Oh
and
yeah.
everything
Yeah.
kind of just disappeared. But it had what it had that Final Fantasy doesn't have
Okay.
is it had the quick time events when you're attacking.
Oh yeah.
So, you go to use an ability and it's like, oh, okay, I have to press X or circle or square or
Yeah.
triangle in the perfect amount of time to do the best damage.
Okay. That's pretty
So,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
it had that verse what Final Fantasy was just like hit a button.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna speak a bit ignorantly here. Isn't that the same system as Expedition 33? I heard something about that. I've not played the
Yes.
game yet, but yeah,
So
it's like the same.
So the studio behind Expedition 33 actually took a lot of inspiration from JRPGs because if you play that game, you see a
Yeah.
lot from Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Um, they took the quick time events during the battles from Legend of Dragoon because there's not really anything that did that, which I'm like,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
Um, then I don't know, have you played E33?
No, I've caught a few streams of it, from, like, Adamants and stuff like that, but I've been no, I've got no reason not to. It's literally installed on my computer right now. I just have to hit play. I've
E
just been slacking.
E30 E33 has these, it's almost like you'll go into an area and it's a
Yeah,
smaller area, but instead of them like having you still in your third person aspect, they pull
yeah,
the they pull the camera back and they make the whole background almost static. Like the almost like a art, like a static
okay,
background where uh,
yeah.
instead of adding the animation, almost like a painting.
Oh,
Um,
it okay, kinda like
and
7 or 9 then, right? When you're in the o open world.
yes, but they did it more like they took that inspiration also from Legends of Dragoon. So if you play them
Okay,
both, you'll see it. But like, I think it's very surprising that someone actually took inspiration from that game and Final Fantasy and kind of just mashed them together. I'm like,
yeah.
this is great.
No, absolutely. Yeah. It's a bit of a love letter at that point, I feel.
Yes, and that's what they were going for is a love letter to the JRPGs.
That's fantastic. I should probably I need to play it. I know I need to play it. I need to get on that.
That and
Yeah.
to show that turn-based games can still work.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people are like, "Oh, those games can't work." No, they can work.
Yeah, I think Square was the premier studio, at least in my perspective, for those kind of games. And I mean, 16 was action, 15 was action,
Yes.
so it does feel like they are the one they've departed from it to a certain degree. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Square is the ones kept that started the whole turn base or really had it take off.
Yeah, they're ones that I think of, but I'm not sure the whole history on it, but they're the
No,
ones that I think of at
yeah,
least.
same.
Yeah.
Because when I think turn base, I think Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Final Fantasy or Pokemon, I guess. Either one.
Final Fantasy came
Yeah,
first.
that's fair. I think it did actually, right? Because they were
90
yeah.
something, and Pokemon was
Yeah.
96. In 96, they just celebrated 30 years.
Nice. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah. No,
Okay.
that's great.
Let's see. I asked that one. Okay. Any advice for anyone who is just starting out in YouTube?
Any advice? Um, hmm. I think it's so funny because I feel like some of these answers like touch on each other, right? Where it kind of
Mm-hmm.
flows naturally into the next one. I would say for like starting out, make what you enjoy. So like for me, I talked about like, oh, I want to, um, make blitzball videos because I didn't see any uploaded. I think it's important to just make what you enjoy when you do YouTube. RPG said in their interview, I want to say the advice was just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I feel like it's like a three-step process for me. It's like make what you enjoy. So like for me, it's a blitzball. Like it's I cannot be the one person on the planet that enjoys this. There's no way. You're never the one person that enjoys something. Like
True.
you'll find someone else. And then just do it. Like just jump into it. Like make something. It doesn't have to. You're not. I would say don't be too picky starting out. I think that's important. Like just make something, be like, I enjoy this. I'm gonna upload it. Like that's great. And then I would say like the third step for me is just don't worry too much about the numbers. I I feel like I talk to a few people sometimes where the analytics, the numbers are really important. Uh when they start out where they're like, "Oh, I don't know about like this." I feel like you just need to look at your video and be like, I enjoyed this, and that's what matters. Because the numbers can be it's a roller coaster of like, oh, this video didn't do good, but this one did, and like it's a race that's never like don't it's not worth going through, I feel. So just make a video, be like, it's good, and the analytics are will do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
don't be afraid.
yeah. So I just bring that up because it's been brought up to me so much when people
Mm-hmm.
ask me. They're like, "Oh, like, what about the numbers?" And I was like, "Don't care about the numbers, man. It's fine. It's gonna be okay."
They don't they don't exist.
Yeah, exactly,
They don't
exactly.
exist. Um, have you had a Speaking of numbers, have you had like a video take off that you were like, why? Or a video that you thought was going to take off and just not take off, and you're like, but why?
Every video I've ever uploaded. Why did someone watch this? No, that's terrible. No, I would say my very first series. So starting out when I talk about like starting out with Blitzball, the first thing I did was something called Journey to Level 99. How Blitzball works is you play a game and you get experience after like every half of that game. So like you take an action, you get experience, your players level up, you get to a new level. And the whole series was like getting to level 99. And it took like I think it was 71 hours.
Oh my
Um
god.
yeah, I think that's the runtime of the series, 71, I think. Maybe. I might be lying. It's around there. But the last video in the series was the perfect blitzball team because I was trying to be like emphasize the perfect blitzball team, and I think it's at like 170K views, something like that. Um, and I think like that is shocking to me that people are so interested. One of the coolest things about it, though, I will say, and again I touched on this earlier, like my favorite comments were the ones that were like the first comment was like, "By the way, you're wrong. This is not the perfect blitzball team. This one is." And I was like, I love this. Like I love the debate around it. Like the fact that like because these people care about the series,
Yeah.
and they could be right. Like I am not this is what I value in a blitzball team, but like even now, like I've kind of been reflecting and I'm like, oh man, that is a good point. Like I probably should change this up. Like that, this might not be the perfect blitzball team. And it's just so fun to have that interaction with people and like that debate about something you both obviously care about. So
Hmm.
that video surprised me though when it took off. In terms of videos that haven't done well, um, I don't know that there's too many where like gosh, I feel like I'm stealing from RPG since I saw their interview, right? Like I'm just answering everything they answered the same way. But I feel like for me, I never really expect a video to go crazy. I'm never like I never hit upload and I'm like, all right, this video is definitely million views, like guaranteed. Like no question. I'm always like, let two people view this, please. Um I think there's definitely been like challenge runs that I thought were interesting. So like a lot of live streams really, right? Where I was like, oh, this is like such a cool idea. And then it's like kind of not worked out where it's been like, oh, it didn't really do as well as I thought it would. But I think for me, I was talking to someone about this the other day actually. Um, the thing you have to do is like, I think this is a cool idea. And because I think it's a cool idea, I'm gonna do it. If you just focus on doing cool ideas rather than like this is going to do good numbers, like you're going to have a much better time um with YouTube. Just cool ideas is everything. um it's kind of like what you brought up, right? Where you're talking about doing the interviews, right? Where you're like, I think this would be cool. I think people would be interested in this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, and it's it's a way for one break you guys out of your comfort zones because
Yeah.
you're in front of the camera, all eyes on you, besides, streaming or recording,
Yeah.
and um, it gives your fans a way to get to know you guys better. And I think you brought it up and someone else brought it up that you watched the first episode and you watched RPG's episode, and
Yeah.
you and the other person literally told me that was fantastic. I learned something from this guy, and I've known him for, you know, a while, and we've been friends and we talk all the time, but I didn't know XYZ. And that's why I
Yeah.
wanted to do it. I wanted it to be casual conversation and instead of just a robotic interview. What's your favorite color? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No
Please
one,
fill out this form.
yeah, no one cares about colors anymore.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think no, I definitely learned stuff from RPG's interview for sure. I think he brought up like Lord of the Rings, and I was like, "You played Lord of the Rings too? Like that was a sick game." I
Mm-hmm.
think I think I it was funny. I remember I was watching his video. Well, I was watching his interview. It was your video. It was his interview. I should clarify. And he called me like while I was watching it, and I said, "Stop." I think I said like, "Stop calling me. I'm trying to watch your interview or something like that." And then no, I was talking to him, and I was like, "I didn't know you played Lord of the Rings. Like that's so sick. That's such a fun game."
Yeah, when he brought it up, he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, I played Lord of the Rings," and my brain went to the GameCube playing Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings. I'm like, I forgot about that game. That's a good game.
absolutely. There's so many games in common you probably have with people where it's like, oh, I guess we all played this, you know, we all checked this out.
Except for Booger Man.
Except for Booger Man, which I was enlightened today to what Booger Man was, which it sounds,
Yes,
you know,
Booger
it's
Man is a Sega classic, and yes, I say classic. 2D side scroller where the way you defeat your enemies is by flicking boogers, burping, and farting on them. It's fantastic.
that is,
They don't make
you
games
know,
like that anymore.
what a, they truly don't. I've never heard of, you know what, they're gonna remaster Booger Man before they remaster Legend of Dragoon. Clearly, because that's a classic. That's gotta be the first one they remake.
And you know what's funny is if they ever did, I'd be happy.
You'd be like, this is A plus, yeah. That's such a crazy game. You just
It
like
is.
burp, boogers, and fart. That's
Apparently it was on Super Nintendo, but I played it on Sega. It is called Boogerman: A Pick and Flick Adventure.
a pick and flick adventure. That is, oh my gosh, that is incredible.
If you
You can't,
Google,
you
if you
can't.
Google it, if you just Google Boogerman, the very first video is Boogerman is an underrated classic, and the man is right. It is underrated.
You can't get that past the studio today, but back in the day, they could. They were like, this is everything."
1994 was a different time.
Di- Different era.
It
Oh
came out
man,
on it came out on Wii.
came out on Wii. What? What do you
It,
mean?
it says platform Super Nintendo, Sega, and Wii. When
They
did
did
it co-
remake it. Maybe
When did it
that's
come out on
incredible.
Wii?
I love that. They were like, we got to
Okay.
get this to the masses. We got to get this masses to the masses stat. Well, maybe
Oh,
because you get the Wii chucks and you can flick your booger with the Wii chuck. Maybe maybe that's the answer.
it came out in. Oh, I think it's because that's weird. It looks like the Wii had like a Sega drive on it,
Oh,
like
like
on
an
the
emulator kind of thing.
yeah. That's
Oh, I was hoping for like a Wii chuck thing where you're flicking your boogers and stuff.
that's
That would
what
have
I
been.
was. That's what I was thinking too.
They would have won the console wars at that era. They would have been undefeated.
Yeah, it looks like the same as the Sega version, so there's nothing different there.
Oh, what a bummer.
Uh, okay, sir.
Oh man.
What programs do you use in your editing process, your videoing process?
Yeah, in terms of programs I use, in terms of like videos, OBS Studio. So I like stream off that, record, and then I just do like I feel like I explain these things and like everyone in the world has known about this, and I'm like, guys, this is so cool. Like I use like the different profiles and scene collection, because like doing the audio levels sucks every time. So I just
Mm-hmm.
do OBS and then I do like the different profiles for different series I've got running. Um, and then I use VSDC for video editing. So it's just a free editor that you can just edit videos and stuff. To be honest, I don't do too much editing. So like I do simple like cuts where it's like I need to cut this and move this here. Like it's the most basic like use case ever. So
I try to do that when it comes to my recordings. Is like, okay, I
yeah,
can cut here and just smooth transition into this.
yeah, yeah. I would not I would not proclaim to be a video editor. I would proclaim to be someone that happens to know how to use a video editor very loosely.
I
Like I'm
look
not.
at I look at it as work smarter, not harder. How can I
Yeah,
do this video and not have to edit as hard?
No, absolutely.
Funny story.
No.
So when I did the episode with RPG,
Yeah.
I I think I edited his interview in an hour,
Okay.
and he thought that was the fastest thing ever. Like, oh my god, you did that so quickly. And it was like, I mean, once I got all the once I spliced what I needed to splice, the rest was all cake.
Yeah. Nice. No, that's great. Because RPG, gosh, I hope I'm not wrong on this. I want to say RPG has like a system where they record and then they like commentate and then they edit. I think. I think we've
So
talked about this before.
yeah, and when I brought up this, I think I asked him about that. I asked
Yeah.
him, and I was like, "So you record, then you voice over, then you edit," and he actually said he doesn't do that all the time. Some of
Wait.
this,
Oh,
some of this stuff is raw.
that's nice though because that's like quick. I'm. Yeah. No, that's nice.
So
Yeah.
he actually has. He said if it's a game he hasn't played before,
Yeah.
he likes to keep it raw and authentic. But if it's like a certain guide or something he's done before, he'll do a voiceover. I believe it's in the last episode.
Okay. No, that makes sense. I think he did say that. Yeah. Um. No, he did for sure. I
Which
think
caught me off
definitely,
guard because I thought
definitely
the same
maybe.
thing you did. I thought, oh, this guy records without talking,
Yeah.
and then just voices over it, and
Yeah.
then there you go.
Yeah. Because we'll talk, right? And I'll be like texting RPG, and they'll just mention, right? Because we're like, oh wait, what are you up to? And he'll be like, oh yeah, like I just edited this video and stuff. So I was like, I know he edits. He edits more than I do for
Yeah,
sure.
he edits way more than I do too.
Yeah, he's got no, he's got a lot of series going. He's making like so much progress on so many like different fronts. So happy for that.
hmm
It's great.
Okay, so OBS Studio, we got sidetracked.
Oh yeah, sorry. I should answer the question. Yeah, OBS Studio, VSDC video editor, and then for thumbnails, I do like GIMP. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty good. Um, but yeah, and then like those are the main like programs I use. Um, I do want to like if I may, I do want to shout out like some modding programs.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um, let me pull them up here. Let me be completely unprepared as I pulled them up now when I should have pulled them up 5 minutes ago. But uh no, so like I use like Farplane, Minty Phase, Final Fantasy X 2 Blitzball editor, Fuzzy Millipede's FFXED. Um I always try to bring them up like whenever I like do a runs with them just because I feel like modding is kind of like a unappreciated thing sometimes where like someone spends hundreds of hours on like doing this thing and then like
Mm-hmm.
it's just a free tool. So
Mm-hmm.
like yeah, like those are the programs I use to modify the game I play. And eh, the work is just like Minty Fake came into my Discord and I don't know if they already had the Blitzball editor made, but they pinged me and they're like, "Hey, like I think they said something like, "Hey, like there's this Blitzball editor that like I made, like if you want to use it." And I was like, "I sure would." And it saved me like to do one of my series, setup would take about 15 to 20 minutes per video. Um and their editor cut down like prep time by about 18 minutes. It takes me now like a minute or two to set up.
Mm.
So like, yeah, because I had to like do an RNG check basically where I had to like run the game and get the right thing to spawn,
Mm-hmm.
and it would take about 20 minutes to do
That sucks.
that. Yeah, so yeah, it's you know, appreciate mod authors. That's all. I guess that's the summary of what I'm saying. I appreciate them at least. It's very good programs. So yeah.
All right, sir. Well, again, thank you for doing this and hanging out with me for the last hour and talking and having everyone get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, thanks for asking me. I mean, this is really fun. I no one's ever asked to interview me before, so it was kind of a surprise. But it was cool talking, and I mean I like getting to know more about you as well.
Yeah, and it was
Learning about
it,
boogers and
it was good. It got me talking more in this one and breaking me out of my comfort zone. And as you know, I'm the one over here writing the questions to ask you all, and you're over here going,
yeah.
yeah, but what about you? I'm like, uh,
No, you.
what about me?
That's funny.
Um,
Oh man.
but yeah, where can people find you?
Oh yeah. I think it's just Blitzball Mania on YouTube. That's it. That's youtube.com/blitzballmania.
And
Something I should probably know that.
I'll put that in the description too.
Yeah, I would say like for my channel, it's a focus on Blitzball, Final Fantasy runs, and challenge runs of Final Fantasy. Um, so yeah, if that interests you, definitely check it out. And if it doesn't, and you're thinking about starting a new like community, it's something you're interested in, do it. Please, please do it. Just do it. Yeah.
All right, and thanks for coming on, and thank you guys for watching this episode of Behind the Upload, and I will catch you all in the next episode.